1, 2, test. Test. Welcome to William Woods University Owls basketball. I am joined by I am Darren Muntz, joined by Craig McAndrews as we come to you live from Anderson Arena on the campus of William Woods University. William Woods, in their home opener this evening, they will host Graceland University. Graceland hails from Lamoni, Iowa. They play in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, and we should have a good ball game this evening as Woods comes into this evening with an 0-2 record, but both games have been barn burners, and both of them played in the 80s as the Owls opened the season at Missouri Valley, another hack school, and they lost 89-81. Followed that up on the road with an 88-84 loss at Haskell Indian Nations. So the Owls look to get the ship righted and win a close game. The nets will probably have to be replaced at halftime, Craig, as both these teams get it up and down, as Graceland comes in with a record of 3-1 and have played every game in at least the 90s. So both clubs get up and down and score a lot of points. We should have a good one this evening. Owls coming off a record season. They set a school record in wins last season in head coach Nick Tata's 4th season. Owls finished 4th in the highly competitive American Midwest Conference. They finished with a record of 4-3-1. They look to improve that this season and try to keep climbing up the ranks during Coach Tata's tenure here at Woods. I mentioned Graceland plays in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, traditionally a very good NAIA conference as well. Graceland came off a very tough 7-22 season last year, but they are 3-1 this season and are showing signs of improvement. I'm going to bring my partner in, Craig McAndrews. Craig, we should have a good one tonight as both teams are scoring a lot of points in the young season. Your thoughts?
I think a couple things that both teams are scoring a lot of points. You see it around the horn. I was at a junior college game last night scoring very high up there, State Fair versus McCook. And I think a lot of it's the new foul rule, which we'll talk about throughout the night. But the whistles have been blowing, and I think a lot more free throw chances. Every game we've seen, double bonus by the 10-minute mark. So look for that to be very important. Free throw shooting to be very important. But like you said, it should be a very good game tonight as we get ready here for the national anthem soon.
We thank you for joining us, and as public address announcer Scott makes a NAI service announcement, we're getting ready for the national anthem. Just segue to that, the William Woods University choral group will be performing the national anthem. They're on the court now. The cheerleaders are lined up and both teams are lined up. So we will be right back in about a minute and a half at the conclusion of our national anthem.
First impressions directed by Michael Dodson.
If you could hear it, it was an outstanding rendition of our national anthem by the WW Choral Group. We appreciate their efforts. A great job. And let's get to tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Hornets from Graceland. They're led by a 6'3 senior from Sweet Home, Oregon. I thought it was Sweet Home, Alabama, but Sweet Home, Oregon, Drew Emmert. He's joined by a 6-foot freshman from nearby Blue Springs, Missouri, Carl Martin. A 6-foot junior from Kansas City, Kansas, and a transfer from Fort Scott Community College, Austin Danner. Danner is their leading scorer as he's averaging nearly 17 points per game. 6'4 senior from Lakeland, Florida, Jamal Lawson, and a 6'7 sophomore making his second start on the season from Liberty, Missouri, Max Francisco. Francisco, the leading rebounder for the Hornets. Test one. Okay, we're back. We had a rabid fan up here tripped on our operation. Max Francisco is their leading rebounder, and he rounds out their starting lineup. William Woods. They are led by a 6-foot senior from Jacksonville, Illinois, and a 5'9 senior from Palmyra, Missouri, Jonathan Nutt. Nutt comes in only 10 points shy of 1,000 for his career. The man in the middle, a 6'10 sophomore from New Haven, Missouri, Eli Fleer. He's joined the front court by a 6'8 freshman from Chamois, Missouri, Clayton Kuschel. And rounding out the starting five, a 6'5 senior from Hannibal, Missouri, and Cuba High School, Seth Thomas. Owls are coached by Nick Tata, Coach Tata in his 4th season. He is assisted by Andrew Green in his 2nd season, and Teal Snoddy, also in his 2nd season. Teal, a former Owl himself. So there you have it. That's the tale of the tape as we get ready to rumble here at Anderson Arena. Bringing my partner once again, Craig McAndrews, get his thoughts, and he will also serve as our fashion police. Take it away.
Well, for tonight, you guys watching at home, William Woods will obviously be on the home scoreboard wearing all white, looking like the old Celtics with Woods in forest green. Graceland will be in all navy blue with Graceland in yellow and white on their front. As we get ready to jump tip here, it should be a good one. Look for a lot of high energy. It's a packed crowd here tonight at Anderson Arena.
Better loosen up your vocal cords. They're going to get up and down this evening.
I bet they'll be in the double bonus by the 11-minute mark. That's my guess.
This game is sponsored to you by Fulton McDonald's. Get to McDonald's, get you a Happy Meal, order off the value menu. McDonald's has been a staple. How many burgers have they served now? They used to list that on their scoreboard outside the restaurant.
They lost 10th after a billion, you know.
How many have you eaten?
Probably 100,000, I don't know.
Stop at 100, I think I was wrong. Eli Fleer controls the tip. Between us, we've probably eaten a couple thousand. McDonald's, get to them. Fulton, Missouri. Nutt will control. Graceland opens in a man-to-man. Both teams play a lot of man-to-man. That's probably what you'll see this evening. Here's Burgess, top of the key, left-hand dribble, spin move in the lane, jumper good by Blake Burgess. Burgess comes in averaging 16 a game. The senior from Jacksonville gives the Owls a quick 2-0 lead. Here's Graceland now versus a man. Quick three is good by Carl Martin. 3-2 Graceland, and just we predicted up and down, and the Nets are on fire early at Anderson Arena. Seth Thomas, top of the key three, no good, rims out. Thomas, 8 of 10, coming from downtown. Graceland looks to push. Drive along the baseline, shot, pinballs out, no good. Rebounded by Kuschel. Burgess up ahead, he'll pull up from three. No good, back iron. Rebounded by Emmert. Graceland pushes, quick three on the left wing is good by Austin Danner. Danner averaging nearly 17 a game. 6'2 Graceland, 18:45 to play. You're too young for the ABA, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Dr. J with the afro and the red, white, and blue ball. Here's Nutt, back iron three, no good. Danner to rebound. They look to push. Danner now drives the lane. It's a slow possession for Graceland. We're working on 5 seconds. Danner, right corner, three, no good. Rebound, Kuschel again. It's going to be a fun one tonight, partner.
Up and down, up and down.
Jump in anytime you want. Play by play is a priority.
Every time I see Clayton, I think Clayton Kershaw when he has that K next to him. That's tough to say without thinking of Clayton Kershaw for sure.
There's a lob inside and deflected away. Turnover Owls. Graceland looks to push. This is Lawson all the way to the basket. Layup's good. He got it up and down around Clayton Kershaw. 8-2 Graceland. One thing about teams that play at this frenetic pace, they're never out of a game and no lead is safe.
No lead is ever safe, that's for sure.
Here's Kushel, lob inside, battle away. He recovers it near half court. He'll drive, ball fake, layup, no good. Nutt got a hand on it, keep it alive. Fleer to Kushel, no good. Rebounded by Lawson. Owls had a couple good looks. Here's Grayson. Now we got a travel call on Danner. I had Danner 0, Emmer to 0. I'll get it straight before we get done here.
8-2.
Got to get my bearing.
3 here to play in the first half.
He's dropping anchor up here. Shipwrighted.
Better get it ready. Try to keep up at home. We'll try to keep you updated if you're following. There's a scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. 8-2. Owls trail by 6 early here.
Nutt bounce pass free throw line. Now Kushel kick to Thomas. 3 balls good. Left wing. 8-5. Owls have cut into it as we approach the 17-minute mark.
The senior out of Hannibal. He can get hot in a hurry.
Here's Danner. Nice pass. Shot altered by Fleer. Rebound Danner is good. Austin Danner. You see why he's getting nearly 17 a game. Very active player who hails from Kansas City, Kansas. Thomas left wing. Lob inside. Ill-advised. Saved by Kushel. Recovered by Thomas. They swing it on the perimeter. This is Nutt. Puts it on the deck. Dribble drive in the lane. Pull up 12-foot. No good. Back. Rebounded by Graceland's Francisco. Up ahead. This is Danner. Spin move in the lane. Errant pass out of bounds. It'll be Owls' ball. End to end. It's like the Nuggets and the T-Wolves here at Anderson Arena.
No press though. It's very surprised there's no press going on. 10-5, as you said. We haven't seen a press yet from either team. A lot of man-to-man getting up and down. 16-20 here to play in the first half.
Feel like I'm at the YMCA watching a pickup game. Here's Thomas left wing. Thomas comes in 8 of 10 from three-point land. He's 1 of 2 already this evening. Nutt surveys the defense. Thomas, he gets called. We got an illegal pick called on Eli Fleer. Fleer coming off a solid ball game, Craig. 13.7 rebounds versus Haskell. In the opener against Valley, he fouled out in 7 minutes. Got to be close to a record.
Yeah, it has to be. You know, he has a very, very bright future, as we all know. The 6'10 sophomore out of New Haven High School, man. He's going to be a beast once he figures it out.
13-7 last time out. Graceland pulls it out. Point guard Carl Martin gets it to Danner, who hits a teardrop from the baseline. He already has 7. 12-5, Graceland leads, 15:40 to play. This is Nutt dribbling on the far sideline. Jonathan Nutt, I mentioned, 10 from 1,000, quite an accomplishment. Just a matter of time. He'll probably get there this evening. There's Burgess now. Skip past Thomas. Rolls a pass inside, and it's out of bounds. Miscommunication with Kushel, and we have our first substitution of the night.
First sub for the night, we're going to get a timeout. Going to get a 30-second timeout by the Owls. They're first. And a couple subs. Graceland will check in for the first time tonight. Lely will check in, the 6'6 senior out of Humboldt, Texas. And for the Owls, Nate Bittner will check in for the first time. Transfer from Moberly Community College.
This timeout is sponsored by Sir Winston's, located at 1205 South Business 54 in historic Fulton. Call Sir Winston's 573-642-7733 for your banquet and catering needs, or get down there for dinner, drinks, and good times. Sir Winston's. Yes, sir.
Oh, good story on Nate Bittner. Good to see him back this year. I know he sat out last year, had a freak injury, not really injury, but a collapsed lung, and got that all taken care of, and he's back in action. He's a good-looking player, 6'5 junior. So look for him to be a force right away. He's from Kearney, Missouri, but a transfer from Moberly.
There's a quick pull-up, and right on cue, Bittner with a rebound as Danner missed a pull-up. I believe Danner has a green light. I'm going to go on record as saying that.
Yeah, I'd say.
Here's Thomas dribbling versus pressure. Bittner, top 3, no good, rims out. Rebound fought for and controlled by Graceland's Austin Lilly in the game. Bounce pass, low block. Good defense by Bittner. Pull-up left elbow is good. Jumper from Lilly.
They're 6 of 10. They're shooting 60% from the field so far.
Graceland leads 14-5. Lob inside to Fleer from Burgess. Can't handle it. The Owls are having a lot of trouble with their high-low game as they're making a conscious effort to get the ball to a low block, but having problems with the delivery.
That's the Owls' 4th turnover. We're going to get a sub for the Owls. Matt Helly will check in for the first time tonight for the Owls. Helly, the 6'7" junior out of Cape Girardeau in Notre Dame High School.
Graceland walks the ball up court. That's got to be confusing for everybody. First time the ball slowed down this evening. 14-5, Graceland leads. Cut to no avail as the pass was too tall from Danner and out of bounds. Turnover will give the ball back to Woods. I mentioned it earlier, Craig, but teams that play with this style, which as you mentioned in the pregame has become very popular, they're good when they're good, but when they're bad, you can get right back in the ball game. This thing, no lead is safe to the final horn.
No doubt.
Here's Thomas, a 3, top of the key, no good. Rebound volleyballed around and controlled by Lawson. He looks to push, runner off the glass, but a foul's called on the floor. Coach Tata politicking on the sidelines. He didn't see a call.
A couple subs for Graceland. Halls will check in, and Calic will check in.
Number 11, Carmel
Claggett, I apologize. Number 11, Claggett will check in. 6'1" junior out of St. Louis.
Here's Lawson, low block, guarded by Burgess. Tries to draw contact, to no avail. Rebounded by Seth Thomas. Seth Thomas down in the beard.
Burgess is locked up there.
Here's Helly in the low block. Nice up and under. Hit the shot off the glass. Matt Helly giving the Owls a spark off the bench. 14-7. Owls trail, 13:25 to play. Graceland gets in their half-court set. I use the term loosely, half-court set.
Wow, that's soft foul. Woo! Not just because it's the Owls. That's soft. Just a simple hand check. But that is all the emphasis here. You cannot put your hand on them anymore.
They calling that where you grew up on the Omaha playgrounds?
I'd have fouled out every day. Every day. That's going to be Bittner's first and the team's 3rd.
Get kicked in the tail and sent home, you called that on the Omaha playgrounds, wouldn't you?
You better make sure something's wrong.
That's a Owls ball. Oh, man. I don't know about that. The rebound was fought for. Out of bounds, and
Nutt will check out. DeAndre Jenkins will check in for the first time tonight, the senior out of New Madrid High School.
Dontre, one of the best defenders in the league, and right on cue, he forces a travel. So Jenkins makes his presence felt as he's in the game and pressures the inbounds, forces a travel, the Owls ball, a turnover.
Been here 4 years, good-looking player, good role player. He plays a lot of positions. He's played the 3, the 4, the 1. Helped defend the best guy on the court. So very, very good senior leadership in the game right now by Dontre.
There's a lob inside as the Owls continue. This is Bittner, layup good. Give an assist to Helly. Owls are steadfast on running that high-low. Here's a quick 3 by Graceland. No good off the mark. Rebound Burgess, and Lawson is over his back. Excuse me, they're going to get Austin Lilly over the back for the personal foul.
That's going to be their first team foul of the game. 14-9, Owls down 5. 12:30 here to play in the first half.
Jenkins bounce pass right wing. This is Burgess. Burgess wearing number 1. Low post entry. Helly spin move, and he's fouled. Foul is going to be on Lawson as Helly spun toward the lane, and he got bumped while he was making his move.
And Francisco will check back in for Graceland. 6'7" sophomore out of Liberty, Missouri.
Here's Jenkins trying to inbounds. We have a foul called before the ball is inbounded.
I believe they're going to get
defensive foul number 3.
Flag it.
Trey Sathoff.
Oh,
Sathoff. Trey Sathoff.
Try to keep up with the fouls, huh?
There's a mass of bodies down there. They pick Sathoff. Nice inbounds play as Jenkins gets it to Bittner, who scores with the left hand, and he's fouled. He'll have a chance to fashion three-point play. 14-11 Owls trail, and Bittner has a chance to cut this lead to 2 at the 12:20 mark. It's refreshing to see Bittner back in action. He is a very proficient offensive player.
He can shoot it. He can play the low block, too. He's a very, very good player. And like you said, a high scorer. He can get it up. He can get you 20 a game, hopefully.
Weren't you telling me you attempted to guard him in a pickup game last year?
Yeah, last year. I'm glad I'm not trying to do it in game. Play to 11. He had 11 quicker than I could blink. As he makes it an old-fashioned three-point play. I'm just glad to see him back healthy in the Owls. I know Coach Tata is, too.
They play a traditional power. Moberly Community College, the Greyhounds, year in and year out, are one of the top teams in junior college basketball. The Greyhounds have produced the likes of Mitch Richmond and Coach Cotton Fitzsimmons, to name a few. One future Hall of Famer. Here's a three ball. Who shot that? I had a fan walk right in front of me.
Two, I believe. Yeah, number 2, Halls. That was Halls from deep. That was deep, too.
17-12 Graceland. Bittner puts it on the deck. Pulls up left elbow, now hands to Jenkins. Top of the key, Helly. Helly surveys the defense. Right wing, this is Thomas. Puts it on the deck. Pull up baseline jumper. No good, rims out. Ball out of bounds, and give Matt Helly credit as he's working on the boards and forced a deflection off of 2 Graceland players and out of bounds in front of the cheer staff. That gives me a chance. William Woods cheer staff: Katie Karen, Paige Haslett, Nikki Harris, Billy Henry, Laura McLean, Rachel Sprayberry, and Elizabeth Williams. Owls inbounds. Helly key now passes to Thomas. Back to Helly inside. Up fake. Bittner. No good. Back iron. Tapped out. Nice play. And we have a travel on Helly.
Nice tip there. Ryan missed the sub there. Ryan Hill into the game for the first time. He's a 6'1" redshirt freshman out of St. Louis, Cardinal Ritter High School.
That's a lost art, Craig. You watched Dennis Rodman do it for years. But if you can't control a rebound, the best thing you can do is tip it out to the front, where most likely an offensive teammate's waiting.
Old number 91 for the Bulls, with polka dots on his head. He played for about 10 teams. He's my favorite, the Bulls.
The worm.
Oh, he is a worm, all right.
Here's a layup's good. Nice spin move as bucket is converted by Max Francisco. Francisco got Helly on his hip. Beat him to the basket, knocked it down. He'll have a chance to fashion 3. 19-12 Graceland, 11:01 to play in the first half. Been a spirited contest as we're well on our way to a game near 100. Francisco rims it out. No free throw. This is Hill. They swing it. Now they low post entry. This is Helly. Up fake. Shot's good. There's some contact. No call. 19-14. The Helly basket brings the Owls within 5. Now we have a foul on Jenkins, and if there's a player that is not like the new point of emphasis with the rules, it's Dontre Jenkins, who's a very physical defender on the ball. That is the NCAA and the NAI's point of emphasis is you cannot make contact with a ball handler. Go ahead.
P.J. Lewis into the game for the first time tonight. A 5'11" sophomore out of Kansas City, Missouri. And Lee Summit North High School.
The drive down the lane, corner kick, up fake. Now a 2-ball. Good. Great court awareness by Trey Sathoff as a sophomore from Fairfield, Iowa, knocks down the long 2. Here's Lewis, miss, but followed by Helly. Offensive rebound and putback, and Helly needs to get up and get back. He's shook up a little bit. Francisco the other way, out of bounds off Graceland as the Owls catch a break. You play this Graceland bunch after a made basket, you better sprint back and transition defense.
Graceland can shoot it, though. I'll tell you, they're shooting 53% from the field.
Looks like Ellie took one of the chops.
Oh, yeah. Got a little blood with him. Al's shooting 38% from the field, just 7 of 18.
You see Lee Corso on College Game Day today? Herb Street hit him with a sword and he busted his chin open. Working on 80 years old in the Trojan suit and got hit with a sword. I love it. Classic. Now Lewis fumbles the wing pass from Jenkins out of bounds, so an unforced turnover. Can't afford that versus a team like Graceland. Gets up and down. Graceland 3-1 on the season. And early on, one of the most electric scoring teams in the country. Here's Jenkins on the ball. Both teams have played strict man-to-man. Here's a drive in the lane. Putback no good. No, putback's good. Claggett missed the original shot and the putback, but he was bailed out as Emmert got the third chance to go down. Here's a runner by Hill. No good, and they called it travel. Looks like a clean play. Maybe I've been watching too much of the NBA.
Yeah, I think he got one little step on his hip, but that was close. 23-16, 9:20 here to play. Owls need to get a stop.
There's Emmert now, leaves his feet, bailed out. He drops it for Halls. Pull up, left elbow, no good, air ball. Goes out of bounds with the Owls basketball. I didn't mention Craig. Graceland is coached by Jeffrey Hamilton in his 7th season, assisted by Brad Matt in his 6th season. We had some technical difficulties in our pregame, which is tradition. But I always like to recognize the coaches and the assistant coaches. Here's Jenkins, top of the key, Hill. And now we have an illegal screen. I think they're going to get Bittner. Let's see. Yeah, it is Bittner.
With his second foul. And he's going to stay in the game. Clayton will check in.
Boy, Coach Todd is beside himself as he's really giving it to that official.
Lawson and Martin will check back in for Grayson. I'll set the Owls. It's Lewis, Clayton, Bittner, Hill, and Jenkins.
You think that official can hear Coach Todd? He's just playing poker.
6 fouls to 4 fouls. Pretty even. Well, he did not like that screen call.
You're a basketball. That's some thick skin.
You better.
There's a wild shot, no good. Rebound come out by Jenkins. Out of basket. Shot is blocked out of bounds. No call. It'll remain Owls basketball as Dontre went double pump. Had his shot blocked from behind. A lot of contact. Call. Owls to inbounds. Still 23-16. Graceland leads 8:39 to play in the first. Jenkins slaps the ball as he's getting toward a 5 count, gets it into Hill, right wing. Leaves it for Kushel. There's Jenkins, up fake left elbow, leaves it for Hill. 3 ball, no good, front iron. That is good! Bite my tongue. He hit the front iron and then crawled over the front of the iron. Bounced twice on the front iron, got in there. I'm glad the Owls haven't tightened the rims here in the last week. 23-19. Lawson on the left wing, he shakes up Kushel. In the lane, lefty jump hook, back iron, no good. Rebound Bittner. Owls with a chance to cut it to 2 or 1. Here's Bittner, although he's shooting it. Lob inside Kushel, no good, and he's fouled. And it looked like he may have sprained his ankle. Looks like he came down on a defender's foot. Nothing worse than that. It's probably the most common way the basketball player will sprain an ankle is coming down on somebody else's foot. You ever done that?
Oh, it's so painful. Hurts in your stomach.
I'll tell you, this is how I knew I played for a tough guy in high school. The great Mark Scanlon, one of the best coaches in the history of Missouri high school basketball. I did that once and looked over at him and said, tie your shoe up tight. Yes, sir.
Let the blood get to it.
Yes, sir.
Kushaw makes the first one.
Tie it a little tighter, brother.
Second one he misses.
Way off the mark. Lawson the rebound. Grayson will walk it up 23-20. They lead 7:45 to play in the half. Here's Emmert. Dribble drop in the lane. Shot no good. Hits a back iron. Teardrop runner rebounded by Bittner. Bittner will dribble it up court between the circles. Kicks to Hill. 3 ball left wing extended off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Martin. He'll dribble out of the pack. Nearly caught by Lewis. Pass to ahead shot, no good. We got a block call. It's going to be on Dontrell Jenkins as the mayor was a half a step late. Dontrell was definitely outside the charge arc. We've got a great angle here. That charge arc would be the first thing I'd get rid of if I had a say in basketball, but he was outside of it. The rule is, Craig, as you know, but for our viewers, both feet have to be outside of that charge arc in order to take a charge. If you are the primary defender, they must have just ruled him late because he was definitely outside.
Dontrell's second foul, like you said, and Jonathan Nutt will check in for him after the first free throw here.
Great crowd here tonight at Anderson Arena.
It is packed. Almost a capacity crowd. Murph Tetley and the Parliament Pep Band also in attendance. The Murph man. Jonathan Nutt back into the game.
Murph wrote the school fight song and leads the Parliament Pep Band.
He does it all.
I'm glad we don't have to pay him for what he does.
Second one is up and good. Graceland's lead back to 5, 25-20. 7 minutes here to play in the first half.
Now Graceland shows a little trap. It may have been by accident. Here's Hill. Right wing P.J. Lewis, long three is good. 25-23 as Lewis hits an NBA range bomb. And Graceland looks to run off the made three. It doesn't make any difference. Missed shot, made three. They're looking to run. Here's a pull-up from the left elbow. Good off the dribble.
That kid can shoot.
Carl Martin.
Man, he can shoot.
Now with 5 in the game. Behind the back dribble, pulled up from the left elbow and nailed the 2. Nice move by Lewis as he flies in and lays it off the glass. An athletic play. P.J. Lewis. Here's a quick 3. Good. As splashed home by Austin. And the pace has picked back up in double figures. Here's Nutt driving the lane, and he is fouled. Foul on Carl Martin as he was defending Nutt. Nutt's trying to get in the scoring column. He's been shut out to this point. Jonathan comes in averaging 20 a game through the first 2 contests. They need him to get going.
First one is up. Back iron. Flair will check back in for the Owls. Bittner will get a break.
Number 11,
And Claggett will check back in for Graceland. Nutt trying to make the second free throw here.
Jonathan needs to break the ice here, Craig. He hits the second. Sometimes those really good scorers, all he needs that first one to get going.
Get him going. They're only down 4 here with 6:15 here to play in the first half.
NBA Hall of Fame coach Hubie Brown used to say he would draw up an easy bucket play for Bernard King if he was struggling just to get him going.
Just giving the ball is an easy bucket for Bernard.
You think Jonathan Nutt knows who Bernard King is?
He probably seen the Ernie and Bernie show.
I was just on recently. There you go.
For 30 last week.
There's Fleer. Baseline 10-footer, no good. Too strong. A rebound, and here come the Hornets. Down. Teardrop runner is good. Started to say down the lane. He's quicker than I can talk. Carl Martin pulls up with the cheers. Lewis back at him. Shot is blocked by Emmert. Graceland has numbers. Oh, rejected by Eli Fleer as Martin ran at the big man and Eli slotted it into his bench. Good to see that aggressive play from Eli Fleer.
Number 5, Austin Lilly.
Lilly will check back in for Graceland.
32-26, Graceland leads. Well, the Owls have really been tested in the early going. Some up-tempo style. You mentioned it, Craig. I think it's more recruitable if you play an up-tempo style, and that's why a lot of teams are going to it.
For sure.
Now Martin gets a friendly lap around the rim.
He's now got
9 in the ball game. Lewis down the lane. Kicks it back to Nutt. Into the paint. Contact, no call. He banks it home. Jonathan plays through the contact and uses the window.
The old quarterback. Don't mind a little contact.
Quick 3 is good as Lawson splashes it home. The southpaw from downtown makes it 37-28. And Graceland matches their largest lead of the contest at 9.
Lawson's now got 5 in the game.
Hill being harassed by Claggett. Skip past Nutt. Jonathan will back it out on the right wing. Yo-yo dribble between the legs. Now bounce pass. Kushel puts it on the deck. Missed a shot. Putback's good with the left hand. 37-30. 4.5 to play in the first half. Martin looking for a screen. Doesn't have it. Backs it out. Yo-yo dribble between the circles. He's manned up by Nutt. On the left wing. This is as slow pace as we've had. Here's a quick three from the corner. Good.
He's now got 8 in the game.
Lawson. Wow. Lawson comes in averaging 12.5.
6'4" senior out of Florida.
And only 3 of 8 from downtown. Surprised at that number. They played 4 games. Looks like he has a sweet stroke from beyond the arc.
Seth Thomas, the senior out of Hannibal, will check back in. Owls down 10. Graceland's biggest lead of the first half so far at the 4-minute mark. Burgess checks back in. I'll set the Owls. It's Nutt, Burgess, Thomas, Fleer, and Lewis. Walking it up.
Graceland Martin will walk it up. He probably needs a break. Dribble drive between the legs. Dribble. Nutt shadowing him. Nice pass as he finds Austin Lilly lurking under the basket. Threaded the needle of the bounce pass. 42-30 Hornets. Lewis wing. Now Nutt, top of the key. 3. Good. Jonathan Nutt has 6 in the game. Martin, left wing entry. Claggett puts it on the deck. Gets caught up in the air. Bailed out. Shot no good. Rebound volleyed and controlled. Not controlled. Burgess, smart play. Let it go out of bounds. The Owls ball.
Bittner will check back in. Flair will get a break. 3:19 here to play. Owls down 42-33. Exciting game for the fans here at Anderson Arena. Special thanks to Ben Mazzara, our sports information director and head of media relations, as he set this whole thing up for us. Ben does an outstanding job. Biggest chore is keeping Chris Caskey in line, his assistant. Quick foul there, and he'll shoot 1-1. Elliott will check in, and Lewis will get a break for the Owls.
Burgess heads to the charity stripe. He's 10 of 13 on the young season. Hopefully he continues his sharp shooting from the line. You're in a game like, I don't care what kind of shape you're in, you enjoy a short break to grab your shorts here.
Yeah. Look at all of them. Second one's good.
We're headed for half 100, partner.
I'm sorry. That was the first one. Must have missed one. Must have been to give him 3.
Gets a second. Shot's good. Blake now with 4 in the first half. This is Martin. Martin played at Blue Springs South High School, just outside the city. Long 3 by Lawson. Long rebound to Martin. Lawson launched that thing. Here's a 3. Good. Splashed home by Trey Sadoff. What are they from downtown, partner?
It's 7 of 9 from downtown.
Here's Thomas from 3. It's good. As these teams play horse, Thomas will keep the Owls from getting a letter.
Oh, 75% from downtown Graceland is 50% for the Owls.
45-38 as we got a good old-fashioned shootout at Anderson Arena. I told you to replace the nets at the half. Here's Lawson. Lefty spin. Good over Burgess. Man, Lawson is caught fire. He's got 10 in the game. 47-38. We approach the 2-minute mark. Nice pass. Thomas to Bittner. Bittner missed the shot. And they're going to say it's out of bounds off Lawson. We're going to have an overrule. I can smell it. We got an overrule. Anytime that second guy comes hustle walking in like he's got to go to the bathroom, you know you're going to have an overrule.
Emmert will check back in for Graceland.
I think they got it right, though.
The Owls down 9. 2 minutes here to play in the first half.
Mark it down. I just gave the Zebras credit.
2-minute mark in the first half.
Here's Graceland now. Skip past the top of the key. This is Claggett. Claggett guarded by Thomas. Swings it right wing. This is Sadoff. Now inside. There's a fadeaway Francisco. No good. Putback is good by Emmert. Emmert averaging just over a dozen a game. He now has 6 in the contest. Nutt's runner off the glass is good, but a foul on the floor. And Nutt will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. Jonathan Nutt, a career 80% foul shooter. 1 of 2 in this game, and hopefully he can add to that as he will shoot a 1 in the bonus. Pretty clean game, all things considered. Nutt's first one splashes home. Cuts into the Owls deficit. They trail by 8 with 1:29 to play.
49-39.
Excuse me, they trail by. That's my Missouri Western education.
They switched the board on you there, partner.
Did they?
Yeah.
All right.
It was 47. A little late down there. Daniel Armand looks like he's running the board down there. I bet if he scored, he would have put it on there.
Big man's down there running the board, huh?
49-39, 1:20 here to play in the first half.
Claggett with a wild runner, no good, rebounded by Burgess. He runs up the near sideline, into the lane, he gets mugged, and they're going to call it travel as Burgess forced the issue. He took steps before he was assaulted by 2 Hornets.
You don't want to get assaulted by too many Hornets. That'd be a rough day.
Better have your baking soda handy. You ever been stung by a hornet? I got stung on the back of the head. Remember that? We were on a road
Down
trip.
in Georgia.
We were in Georgia. Started to get lightheaded. Here comes Nutt. Nice pass. He found Helly. Foul, no call. Rebounded by Emmert. He kicks it ahead. This is Martin. Yo-yo dribble, quick 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded Francisco. Now 3 by Claggett, left wing. Back iron, no good. Long rebound to Thomas. Outlet to Nutt. About a 5-second differential on the clock. Here's Burgess, left corner 3. No good, too strong. Great skip pass by Nutt. Graceland looking to run, and now they got a foul. I didn't think they were going to call it. Foul is going to be on Trey Sadoff as he boxed Burgess near midcourt. And Burgess will go to the line. Shoot a 1-and-1. Bittner's got a towel cleaning up the mess. I got to talk to Blake. He's got the high fade working.
I was going to talk about it. Him and Ryan Hill. It's called the up top fade. You know,
you're a resident barber, so I thought I would go to you for your sage advice.
The up top fade. You know, he used to wear that back in the day.
J.R. Reed.
J.R. Reed used to, but Anthony Hardaway,
Penny,
the Penny man for the Orlando Magic. He brought that style in the early 90s, I guess. Him and Shaq was together. And now it's coming back. Everything's coming back. The bright colors.
Is that back or?
It's back. It is back.
I didn't know if that was just Blake doing that.
Noel, the guy from Kentucky last year.
Noel.
Yeah, he started it. Now everybody's doing it now. Blake said he's not cutting the top. He's just going skin tight and top all the way up. So I think it's a good look. Old school look. Eraser top kind of look. Kid and play type look. 49-21. Jason Salvana into the game for the first time tonight.
I might grow that thing.
You still grow hair on top there?
in spots. It'd be a used eraser, if you will.
Uneven.
You ever get the bad eraser in school?
Oh, yeah.
There's a pin job, no good. Block from behind by Thomas. Block another one. He can't do it. He got it up and down on a putback. Emmert. I was rooting for him to.
51-41. Owls down 10 here at the half. Pretty high pace first half, partner.
An exciting first half of basketball. If you paid to get into Anderson Arena tonight, you're getting your money's worth. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. 51-41. I'd like to see these Owls get back in the game and get their first win of the season. It's highly possible. At this pace, 10-point leads are like sand in the wind. I'm going to turn it over to my partner. He's going to run down some team statistics. Take it away.
All right, for Graceland, the visiting team, they shot 45 45% from the field, 21 of 46. They were 58 downtown, 7 of 12, 66% from the stripe, just 2 of 3. They had 28 rebounds, 12 of those coming on the offensive glass. They had 7 assists, 1 steal, turned it over 7 times, 1 block, and committed 10 team fouls. They got 12 from their bench, 18 in the paint, and 13 off of the offensive rebounds. For the Owls, they shot 41% from the field, 14 to 34. 41% from downtown, 5 of 12. They shot 72% from the stripe, 8 of 11. 20 rebounds, only 6 offensive. They had 8 assists, 1 steal, turned it over 10 times, a lot of those early, 1 block, and committed 16 fouls. They got 19 from their bench, 12 inside the paint, and 12 off turnovers. I'll turn it over to my partner, and he'll run down some individual stats as the Owls are down 10, 51-41 at the half.
Well, let's take a look at your hometown Owls. They're led in scoring. They got 7 from their leading scorer, Jonathan Nutt. He got off to a slow start, but he finishes the half with 7 points. They get half a dozen from a trio of Owls: Blake Burgess, P.J. Lewis. My screen went blank on me here, I'm not going to lie to you. And Seth Thomas, all with 6 points. Owls get 5 points from Lewis. They get 6 from Helly. They get 5 from Nate Bittner. Owls get 3 from Ryan Hill, coming from a 3, and 3 from Clayton Kushel. The rebound department, they get 4 from Kushel. And the assist department, they get 2 from Dontre Jenkins off the bench. And for Graceland, they got 2 players in double digits. They get 10 from Austin Danner, who is their leading scorer. He comes in averaging just under 17 a game. Hornets also get 10 points from another one of their leading scorers. I'm dealing with a bad screen here. Bear with me, folks. Technology's a wonderful thing about 30% of the time.
And we're back.
We hope we're back. See, if I had my yellow notepad and had this written down, it wouldn't be a problem.
Well,
the hell with the stats. We'll bring them to you later.
You got them now.
Oh, you got them now. All right. 10 also from Jamal Lawson, including 2 from downtown. They're their leading scorers. Leading rebounder with half a dozen is Drew Emmerich. And the assist department, they have 3 from Carvel Claggett off the bench. So there you have it. At the half, Owls trail 51-41. We're glad you joined us. It's been an exciting half of basketball. Stick around for the Owls comeback in about 10 or 11 minutes. We will be right back. You've been listening to Owls basketball. Anderson Arena. I'm Darren Munns, joined by Craig McAndrews. We got a wild one here. Graceland leading William Woods 51-41. The first half played at a sprinter's pace. Owls trailed by as many as 11. They trailed by 10 at the break. Both teams came out toward shooting. They finished the halves, Graceland at 46%, Owls at 41%. And from downtown, Graceland 7 of 12 and the Owls 5 of 12. So we got a good half of basketball in front of us. I'd like to take this time to quickly recognize all of our sponsors. Cost Cutters, Atkins, Mid-Missouri Property Management, United Credit Union, Jack's Gourmet Restaurant in Columbia, the Iron Skillet Restaurant in Kingdom City, the Callaway Bank, State Farm, and Don Woodson in Fulton, Joe Mockins Dealerships in Columbia, Super 8 Motel in Kingdom City, your local Wendy's, your local McDonald's, Doc and Norm Direct Mo Airport Shuttle in Columbia, Red Weir Sporting Goods in Columbia, Eris Pizza and Pub here in Fulton, White Dog Promotions in Columbia, Casey's General Stores, Central Dairy, Break Time and MFA Oil, and Caldwell Banker, the Niedergurke and Company here in Fulton, Missouri. So there are your sponsors. Thanks to all those folks. They make it possible. And we are excited to bring you the second half of basketball as we get underway here.
This is going to slow it down this half, huh?
I don't think that was in the conversation at the half. Here's Danners. He dribble drives down the lane. He's tripped in a foul. Oh, they called a travel.
Danner was in foul trouble there in the first half. They pulled him out with about 5 minutes left. So,
well, they did. He's averaging almost 17 a game, and he's a dangerous player.
He's got 10, but he's got 2 fouls. And Lawson has 10 as well. But Martin, man, that guy is good too. So they got 3 guys in double digits in the first half.
Here's Nutt. Curls to the right elbow and knocks down a 2-pointer. Nutt now with 9 in the contest. 51-43 Owls trail. Just underway here in the second half. Coach Todd is shaking things up coming out of the line. Does not go with the original 5. It's Bittner, Thomas, the Mayor, Dontre Jenkins, Jonathan Nutt, and Blake Burgess. Here's a pull-up, no good, wildly off the mark. Nutt the rebound, he averages over 6 a game to lead the Owls. Not bad, 5'10", getting half a dozen rebounds. Beautiful spin move by Blake Burgess. A rolling dervish in the lane. He shook up 2 Hornets and he converts. Owls down 6. And on a 4-0 run to start the half, here's Lawson. Step back 2, no good. Almost got stuck in the notch. Nice hustle play by Thomas. They get it up ahead. He runs the break. Hands to Nutt. No, that should be a goaltend. Count the basket. And Jonathan Nutt now with 11 points thanks to the goaltend. And that puts him over 1,000 in his career. And we have a timeout called by Graceland. I thought they were stopping the game for Nutt's 1,000. Oh man, that's great recognition by everybody.
Chances of Nutt scoring his 1,000 points will be 1,001 now. On a goaltend.
Nothing surprises me anymore. But it is remarkable. He should get a standing ovation here from this partisan crowd. We got a full house. That is quite an accomplishment. Nutt started his collegiate career at Northwest Missouri State. Got up there for a semester. Didn't like it. For whatever reason, people transfer all the time. Nothing against Northwest Missouri. And did William Woods ever find a great player in Jonathan Nutt? As he's had quite a career.
Out of Palmyra, he went to Northwest to play football and basketball. And I know he tore his labrum one time. He's playing now with a partial torn labrum in his left. And he's just playing through the pain. He said he can't have surgery again. He's in his 5th year redshirt. So
senior year, brother. Here's Lawson.
Points. That's a great accomplishment. Congratulations.
Yeah, and they're going to get Jenkins. And it's the same call he was guilty of before. That's his 3rd foul. I mentioned it earlier. The new rules do not do Dontre any favors. He's a very physical defender. And him, like all physical defenders in the country on the ball, they do not like these new rules because it's taken away that physical hand check versus the dribble. Your thoughts, partner?
I hate it. You got to be physical. It's a physical game. Dontre will check out. Ryan Hill will check back in. the redshirt freshman out of St. Louis, Cardinal Ritter High School.
Lawson scores, and he now has 12 in the game to lead all scorers. He's a tough southpaw. Here's Burgess now left wing for Hill. Puts it on the deck, back to Burgess, top of the key, right wing, this is Nutt. Both teams have played exclusive half-court man. Bittner, top of the key, three, count it! He's got 7 in the game. Owls trail by 3 as they've cut into this 10-point deficit. They went to the locker room faced with left wing Emmert, dribbles to the top of the key, now backs it out on the dribble, lob inside. Francisco guarded by Nutt, and he scores as Francisco has almost a foot on Jonathan Nutt. He makes it 55-50 at the 17-20 mark. Left wing Hill, lob inside, nice pass to Bittner. Count the basket and give the assist to Ryan Hill. Hill with a pretty lob to the backhand, and Bittner converted. 55-52.
I like it.
Here's Danner. Now this crowd's getting into it as they chant defense in unison, and a quick three by Austin Danner, the Hornets' leading scorer. Danner now with a baker's dozen. He's got 13. Nutt down the lane, and he's fouled.
Owls down 6, 58-52, 16:46 here to play.
Well, I tell you, Craig, the great scorers, as soon as that crowd starts getting back in the game and you can feel Big Mo, Mr. Momentum, swinging, they seem to have a knack for silence in the crowd with a big shot. Here's Burgess off a well-designed inbounds. He misses the 15-footer along the baseline, and the Hornets look to run. Pull-up 3 in transition. Damn good.
Man,
just like that, Austin Danner with back-to-back trays. And 16 and a half to play. Hornets are back up 9. Here's Hill, top of the key between the leg. Yo-yo dribble down the lane. Runner, no good. Back iron, got his own rebound. Back is good off the glass. Ryan Hill, the freshman from St. Louis, has 5. Owls down a touchdown, 61-54. 16-10 to play. Spin move Emmert. Double pump in the lane, no good. Rebound Nutt.
He's a high flyer, ain't he?
Nutt hit pull up 3. No good, front iron, tip no good. Rebound Hill, he'll dribble back out, kicks to the corner, Burgess. Baseline spin dribble, no good, but he's fouled. Blake Burgess drove baseline and then spun back toward the court. And he got hit in the face as he took that shot, and he'll shoot 2.
Good hustle there by Hill.
Hill's a freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, Cardinal Ritter High School.
Redshirt last year and very mature player now. That year is going to help him. He's going to be a beast as he's in the Owls uniform for the next 4 years. So 61-54. The Owls are down 7 with 15:50 here to play.
Burgess to shoot 2, and I'll say it, he's 4 of 4 from the line tonight.
You jinxed him, didn't you?
14 to 17 from the line on the season. I ain't scared. He splashed it home.
He's now got 9 in the game.
Burgess comes in averaging 16 through the first 2 games. I mentioned that the Owls have suffered a couple of heartbreak high-scoring losses. Lost at Missouri Valley 89-81, and then lost at Haskell 88-84.
Graceland only has 12 players dressed, and 10 of them are very active the way they play, so there's not much rest time. You get some water, there's a lot of room on the bench. You can sprawl out there.
Surprisingly, Craig, is fast pace as we're headed for 100 both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Hadn't been that much fun than the mayor. He
had
got 3,
didn't you? No double bonus in the first half for either team.
Here's a low post entry. Spin move on the baseline. He got Bittner up in the air, but left it short. Gets his own rebound. Putback is good, and good hustle on the glass by Austin Lilly. Lilly, the 6'6 senior from Humble, Texas, and Lee Community College. Nice pass, Burgess to Bittner. 3 ball splashes home. Owls are within 4 with 15:15 to play, and Bittner has a dozen. Great job by Blake Burgess. A lot of players will settle when they get deep under the basket and try to force a shot. It's a great time to look for a kick out and a 3, and he found it with Bittner. Graceland now in a half-court set. They won't be in it for long. Lawson, low block, guarded by Thomas. Goes left hand, up and under. Man. Spins it off the glass for two.
He can play, man. That Lawson kid, he's a good-looking player.
With a spin move in the lane. Hey, you know what? Turn the shot clock off and save some electricity at this point. Two, a quick runner pull-up from the left elbow.
Better keep up at home. Al's down 6, 67-61. They trail by 6. 14:30 here to play.
Just a quick two from the left wing. 67-63. Now Martin gets all the way to the basket, misses the shot. Thomas the rebound, quick outlet to Nutt. Nutt behind the back dribble, down the lane. Runner no good. Burgess the tip no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul is going to be called on the Owls.
I think they're going to get Hill, the freshman.
Great look by Nutt as he took the outlet, went behind the back. Got all the way in the paint, he left it short, and then Burgess's off-balance tip was short. 67-63. Owls trail with 14:11 to play.
And there's a lot of towels on the floor, ain't there? When you run this much, you're probably gonna sweat. When you're on the ground, no.
I'm gonna call Jason Battoni, our director of athletics. Tell him to turn these shot clocks off. He could probably save a couple dollars with the electric bill.
Down 4. 14-11 here to play.
Speaking of the Battonis, did you see that the godfather of the Italian donut, one Joseph Battoni, is in the house this evening?
I did see him. The whole Battoni family here. The wife, kids, grandfather. I'll set the Owls for you. They got a couple subs. It's Helly, Lewis, Thomas, Jenkins, and Burgess.
You've had that Italian donut, haven't you?
I've had a lot of donuts in my life, believe it or not.
Very healthy, that Italian donut. Here's a pass inside. It's on the deck. Picked up by pass was too low. Now there's a drop for Jenkins. Skips it to Thomas. Now low post entry, Helly. Spin move, and he's fouled on the ground. They'll call it on the deck. That's only the third team foul on Graceland. And the Owls will inbound underneath their own basket. Jenkins back in the game with 3 fouls. This is a game where the benches will definitely come into play. You play at this pace, you're going to get contribution from the bench. Here's Thomas. Quick 3, no good, rims out. He had a good look. This is Martin now, rebound up ahead. Danner, no good, back iron. Rebound, Jenkins in traffic. He'll dribble out of the pack. No look pass, 4-3. He splashed it home. Right in front of the crowd in the corner.
Right in front of his mom. You gotta love that. Mom in the house.
She probably told him to shoot it. Here's a pull. Martin looking for help. He finds Sadoff. Back to Martin, top of the key, right wing. Danner. Burgess got a tough assignment with him. Lawson, low block. Now he spins in the lane. Double team. He got bailed out. That's a bad call. Thomas and Helly double teamed. He was off balance, fading away, shooting a runner, and got bailed out. Anytime that player's fading away, I don't like that call, Craig.
Not at all. Get a couple subs here after the first free throw. The Owls down 1, 67-66. Exactly 13 minutes here to play in the game.
Lawson will shoot 2 free throws. First one's on the way. Back iron, no good. Southpaw.
Emmett Halls will check in for the Owls.
Lawson comes in only 13 of 23, a 57% shooter.
And Claggett will check in as well.
Oh, you gotta love Dontre Jenkins. What's Dontre, about 6 foot?
Maybe.
He's on a low block, boxing out during a free throw.
Told you, can play 1 through 5.
That spot on the block's reserved for the big fellows, usually.
He's the next quarterback. Him and
Here's Jenkins, gets to Burgess, top of the key. Owls trail by a deuce at the 12:50 mark, 68-66. Jenkins now, Helly, top of the key, lob inside, Thomas, nice catch, bounce pass, Lewis. Oh, he shuffled it between his legs, tip no good. And they can't score the bucket. Graceland the rebound. They'll get it up ahead, this is Claggett. Dribbles between the circles. He leaves it for the bearded one, Austin Halls. You see more beards in the game today, don't you?
No Shave November is in effect.
It is in effect.
There's 17 days
inside. Emmer from behind by Ellis. Get that shot out of here. Here's Tom. Skips it to Jenkins. The mirror from three. No good.
Good look.
Rebounded by Sadoff. Sadoff to Halls. Now they get it to Claggett. Dribble drive. Pulls up on the baseline, excuse me. High arcing air ball. Rebound Jenkins. Thinking about baseline baseball. Here's Lewis for the lead. Short with a three. Long rebound to Halls. He'll run out. He does not have numbers. He doesn't care. Pull up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound and a foul on Graceland.
It's going to be Claggett. They're going to get Claggett over the back. 68-66.
I guess 1 on 4. That's enough numbers for that. For anybody in this game, huh?
Hittner will check back in for the Owls. Thomas will get a break. Nutt will check back in, and Jenkins will get a break. So it's Bittner, Nutt, Lewis, Helly, and Bird. Owls down 2.
You know what the great Andrew Toney, who played with Dr. J with the 76ers, used to say? He was known as the Boston Strangler because he killed the Celtics. He said, as soon as I step in the garden, I'm in scoring position. Woo! That's what this game is like. Here's Halls, bounce pass to Emmert. That doesn't count.
On the floor.
Good call for Reed catching it on the floor.
Guys are playing hard.
You see the recent game where Carmelo hit a wild and they said it was on the floor. The Knickerbockers lost again.
Yeah.
I don't even have time to tell stories tonight. Just cutting into my time. Here's Halls. Corner. Had a long three. Question was he in bounds? He hits that right in front of the bench. There's Burgess with a three. Whatever you can do, I can do better.
Burgess got 18 in the game. That's a game high.
Holy one shot. Both teams playing a man, half-court man. There's Halls down the lane against Helly, shot blocked and a foul. Craig, I'll tell you something that's really underrated here is the shape that these officials are in. That's something nobody ever talks about, but these guys are at least twice the player's age, and I'm not going to judge age, but probably 2.5 times the player's age, and they're running up and down just like the players.
You ain't lying.
Well, you're sitting on my duff.
Salvanha and Thomas will check in after the first free throw. As the first free throw is made. So the Owls are down by 3, 72-69. We still got 10:52 here to play. I'll set the Owls. It's Salvanha, Thomas, Bittner, Burgess, and Nutt.
Well, Jason Saldanha makes his first appearance of the ball game. May help to have a deep bench in this one. 72-69, 10:52 to play.
Salvanha can shoot the three, I know that.
They missed the front end, and Thomas the rebound. Thomas now with 4 rebounds to go with 6 points. Here's Burgess, drives the baseline, pull up off the glass is good, a tough angle. He's got 22 in the game, 20 in the game. He'll have 22, just stick around. Degree of difficulty, they should have given him a couple more. Tough angle now, travel and unforced error. Austin Halls. You only get that one if you've been in the league about 12 years. Nobody out here has been in the league 12 years.
Dontre has.
Yeah, the mayor's probably working on a dozen.
He knows every ref by first name.
I told him he needs to run for office when he gets done. Here's Saldanha. He gets it. Bittner, top of the key. 3. Back iron, no good. The rebound fought for. Control ball. He dribbles the pack. He's run down by Saldanha. Call a foul. It's going to be the Owls' 5th team foul. .10:07 to play. Graceland leads 72-71.
Daniff, Martin, Emmert, Francisco will check back in for Graceland. So they'll all sub out. The Owls will stay the same at the 10-minute mark, down by 1. Still looking to take their first lead of the game.
He got loose. Lawson, he found Martin. He shook up Nutt on the inbounds and an easy bucket.
Martin, man, he's now has 12 in the game.
Burgess drives the baseline. Tough angle, he couldn't convert. Rebound by Lawson. Looked like he got hit in the mouth there by Burgess inadvertently. Here's Martin. Yo-yo dribble right wing, guarded by Nutt. Now they get it to Lawson. Picks up his dribble back to Martin, right wing. Slip. Lawson got it back. They were very fortunate as a deflection went right to Lawson. Graceland up 76-71, 9.5 to play, and a timeout is called. It's going to be called by Coach Tata, and it'll be a full timeout.
So the Owls down 5, 76-71 at the 9:28 mark. Left here to play. This timeout is brought to you by Sir Winston's. Our sponsor for tonight for the timeout is located on 1205 South Business 54 in Fulton, Missouri. Sir Winston's. You can call them for orders 573-642-7733 for your banquet and catering needs. Sir Winston's. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got a dandy here at Anderson Arena. 76-71. This timeout gives us a chance to catch our breath. I do want to compliment student assistant Ben Strope as Ben is rocking the bow tie. I don't know if you saw that this evening. We get a picture of him. Is that on the camera?
I
get our cameraman to get a picture of Big Ben down there.
The guy in the bow tie down there.
Ben Strope, that bow tie.
The guy in the bow tie down in the huddle. Can you see the guy in the bow tie down there?
We're going to get a picture of him. Anybody that has the guts to wear a bow tie.
We're in on him now.
And stroll a bench.
I think it's a polka dot bow tie. That's hard to pull off.
He's been known to wear the white patented shoes.
Got to fill that water up too. I'll tell you, you don't want to dip your long tie in the water. So we got it all here tonight, folks. Owls down 5, 76-71, 9:28 here to play. Owls look to get a basket and a stop. Take their first lead of the night.
Might be a practical tactic wearing that bow tie. Here's Thomas, top of the key. He skips at the Nutt left wing. He got poke checked. Great defense by Martin for you young players watching at home. Defend the ball from underneath. And that's what Martin did. Now Nutt steals it right back. Deflection to Thomas. Bittner will walk up. Owls trail by 5 as we hit the 9-minute mark. 76-71. Nutt yo-yo dribble between his legs. Now left wing. This is Burgess. Burgess with 20 in the contest to lead ours. Top the key Bittner. Nutt right wing extended. Back to Burgess, wearing number 1 on his jersey. Left wing extended, top of the key, Thomas pulls up a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound, Saldana with the putback to make it 76-73. Saldana, the 6'2 sophomore from Kingsland, Missouri, Camden County High School. Low post entry, nearly out of bounds. Controlled by Francisco. Jump hook, short, no good. Rebounded by Bittner. He outlets to Nutt. Owls could get within 1 or tie. Bittner fakes a 3. It got him for a walk.
There's a misprint there, Coach. You gotta love where you're from, your hometown. It's from.
Oh, it is not right.
He's from Texas.
He's from. Is it Texas?
Yes, I believe so.
My apologies. Oh. And my apologies to the Saldana family.
If someone said you're from Kansas and not Mexico, Kansas, you wouldn't like that, right?
They know better than that.
Owls down 3.
If I was ever mistaken for a chicken hawk, you need to go get that guy.
You've heard probably Mexico, they probably think the country.
I had to deal with that as a youngster until they saw me.
You're not Mexican look-alike.
Not even close. It was Lawson. Long, no good. I enjoy my Mexican cuisine, though. Here's a jumper from the free throw line. It's good.
And I'll tell you,
by Martin. Martin. He's got 15 now.
He's listed at 6 foot. That guy's not 6 foot. I'll tell you that.
He's 7 foot. Here's another 3. No good. Back iron. Long rebound. The Danner. Danner up ahead. Nice pass to Emmert. Layup's good. He got it down with the left hand. 80-73. Every time the Owls get close, Graceland pulls back away.
Down 7 minutes to play. Owls got to get a bucket here.
This is Nutt. It's Saldana, top of the key. He surveys the defense. Now Burgess, left elbow. Dribbles back, top of the key. Saldana, right wing extended. Here's Bittner, top of the key. 3. Get in there, it goes. Bittner with the triple. He has 16 in the ball game. 80-76. Nice move by Lawson. Hesitation dribble, and a block is called. Bittner was close to set. He's definitely outside the charge arc. They're going to say he was slightly moving.
It's going to be Bittner's third. Lawson didn't even have the ball in his hand.
That's the second bang-bang block charge that the Owls have gotten the raw end of the deal. Coach Tata pleading his case to no avail. Lawson will shoot two. He's a 57% foul shooter.
Lily's going to check back in for Graceland, and Helly will check back in for the Owls after the first free throw.
All things considered, during this shootout at Anderson Arena, only 11 turnovers for Graceland and 13 for the Owls. Pretty clean game of basketball. Neither team's let off the gas since the opening tip.
That is crazy.
Fun to watch.
No doubt. Somebody will get 100 tonight. Lawson's first one is out.
I tell you, partner, if I was a bet man, I'd say every 100.
Number 5, Austin Lilly. Checking into the game for Media Boys. Number 21, Matt Helly.
I'll set the Owls. It's Burgess, Helly, Bittner, Salvana, and Nutt.
This one's got buzzer beater written all over it.
Oh, yeah. The Owls at the buzzer. Maybe by Nutt or Burgess. Maybe Bittner. He's got a hot hand, too.
81-76. Owls trail by 5 as we approach the 6.5-minute mark. Saldana lob inside to Helly. He's double-teamed and he's fouled. Foul's going to be on Martin.
I believe that's going to be Martin's second foul.
Graceland's 15th foul of the half.
It'll be his third, actually. Martin's third, which is his fifth.
Boy, they're a talented bunch. The only thing Graceland lacks is some real size. These teams are actually mirror images of each other. Play hard, they shoot it very well, but they don't have a ton of size across the board in the front court. There's a lob inside, Nutt to Helly on the inbound. He kicks to Bittner. Now Bittner will get it to Saldano. Hands to Nutt, left wing extended. Both teams have played exclusive man-to-man half-court defense. Here's Burgess, 3-ball, good, and Blake Burgess is on fire this evening.
A senior out of Jacksonville, Illinois, has got 23 in the game tonight, game high.
Burgess, 7 of 11 from the field, including 3 of 4 from downtown. Here's a steal by Helly. Owls down a deuce, they can tie it or take the lead.
I'd give it to Burgess in the corner.
Nutt will walk it up court. Yo-yo dribble between his legs, between the circles. Now he dribbles to the left wing. Top of the key, Bittner. Closely guarded by Lilly. Now they skip it back. Saldana puts it on the deck. Saldana giving him some good minutes off the bench here in the second half. Burgess right wing. Top of the key, Bittner up fake. Puts it on the deck. Pull up from the left elbow. Good. Splashes it home, and we're deadlocked at 81. And this capacity crowd is back in the game. Standing
got 18.
Standing room only at Anderson Arena this evening. Here's the top of the key as we approach the 5-minute mark. Lawson guarded by Helly. Lawson feints a move, now gets it to Emmert. Ravels. Owls will take over on the turnover, and we have a full timeout. It's called by Graceland. This timeout is brought to you by Sir Winston. Sir Winston's in Fulton. 1205 South Business 54. Give them a call at 573-642-7733 at Sir Winston's. Yes, sir.
Well, the Owls catch fire. Hopefully they can pull it together here at the last 5 minutes. We're tied at 81. 5 minutes to play. I'll give you some people in the game. We got Burgess got a game high with 23. Nutt's got 13. And Bittner's got 18 for the Owls. For Graceland, they're led by Lawson with 18. Danner's been quiet the last 5 minutes. He's got 16. Martin's got 15. And Emmert's got 10.
I'll tell you, Craig, the numbers that jump out at me, I know in this day and age there's a lot of three-pointers hoisted. But William Woods is 11 of 25. You heard me correctly. 25 three-pointers attempted for an outstanding 44%. Only to be outdone by Graceland's 10 of 16 for 63%. So these teams have walked into the gym and decided to play horse this evening, and quite a shootout at Anderson Arena. 81 apiece, 4:58 to play. What an exciting game.
I'll set the Owls for you. It's Thomas, Jenkins, Helly, Burgess, and Nutt. Bittner will get a break. Salvano will get a break. Coming out of the timeout. Just under 5 minutes to play, and we're deadlocked at 81.
Jenkins left wing entry to Burgess. Now Thomas. High post to Helly. Back to Jenkins. Top the key. Thomas. Left wing Burgess. I'm going to mention it. 15 on the shot clock. Burgess down the lane. Runner off the glass. Too strong. And a late whistle. That's a late whistle. And it's called on Lawson. Well, that's going to work to the Owls' advantage. I thought they were whistling Helly for the foul.
It's going to be Lawson's second foul and their team's sixth foul.
So the Owls will take over underneath their own basket. 81-81, 4:35 to play. Jenkins to inbounds. He inbounds to Helly in the corner. Now Thomas. Hands to Burgess, top of the key. Gets to Nutt, left wing three, no good, pinballs out. Rebound fought for and controlled by Emmerich as he ripped it away from Helly.
Owls still have not led the whole game. Have not had a lead the whole game. Started on a 6-2 to start the game, so look for their first lead still.
This is Lawson, guarded by Thomas. Stands between the circles, now puts it on the deck. To Emmerich, left wing, and top of the key Martin, right wing Danner. And we have a shot clock violation. It's going to be on Graceland.
You told me to turn them off, right?
I can understand why Danner was confused because they haven't played 35 seconds off a shot and a half court all season.
I wouldn't think. I would thought he was pulling with 5 there.
I'll tell you, I did a poor job. I usually keep an eye on that, but I'm looking at it tonight. Here's Thomas, top of the key. 3-4 to play. Burgess. Now Jenkins, left wing, guarded by Thomas, top of the key, right wing Nutt. Nutt feints a 3, now puts it on the deck, in the lane, double clutch. Shot blocked, but a foul. Jonathan Nutt took it right at Lawson. He's fouled, and he'll stride to the stripe.
It's going to be on Lawson. It's going to be his third. He's got 3. Martin's got 3. And Danner's got 3. They're 3 top scorers.
We're back on as we have the cord pulled there as we got a wild crowd up here in the catbird seat. Nutt missed the first free throw, and he'll get a second.
Phil McClintock listening in, the old Owls basketball coach here.
Big Phil McClintock, a fellow Chiefs fan. Hats off to Big Phil, doing a fine job down at Salem High School in Salem, Missouri. Great basketball acumen. And a supporter still of Owls basketball. 82-81, the Nutt free throw gives the Owls the lead, their first lead of the ball game. Here's Danner, hands to Emmerich on the right wing. Guarded by the mayor, Dontre Jenkins. Jenkins called for 2 fouls already on the ball. Now he switches off with Martin. Owls are switching on all picks. They're running a weave, top of the key, pull up Danner, 17-footer's good. Between the top of the key and the free throw line, and we have a quick timeout. It's called by Graceland. Let's see if it's a full or a 30. It's going to be a full timeout. By NAIA rule, you get 4 timeouts and 2 30-second timeouts. Graceland has used 2 fulls and a 30. They have 3 remaining. Owls have used 1 full and 1 30. They have 4 remaining. All timeouts brought to you by Sir Winston's. Sir Winston's on the South Business Loop in Fulton. Call Sir Winston's 573-642-7733.
Since we got Phil McClintock listening tonight, I got to tell you a quick story. I know you're listening there.
Is it good for? Is it safe for the air?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
83-82. The Owls are down 1 with 3 minutes to play. We'll get back to live action here in a minute. I went up to State Fair Community College last night up there in Sedalia, Missouri, and watched old shooter Fernetti, Kellen Fernetti, old graduate assistant here when McClintock was here as well. And their head coach got tossed. And
the shooter took over?
Shooter took over, and Phil, you got to ask Shooter. He was dang near on the floor, trapping in the corner. He was doing defensive shuffles. It was something else. I have some video I will send you. He was in full suit, in tie, in dress shoes, stomping. He was in the full court. They run a 5-on-5. They run 5 in, 5 out, and he was going at it. So
I assure you, if the shooter would have got his hands on a basketball,
he would have shot.
The shot would have gone up.
He was fired up. So
83-82. I also want to give a shout out to Christy Siebert, athletic department's administrative assistant, a huge supporter of Owls athletics. She is the glue to our athletic department. Athletic director Jason Mattoni will be the first one to tell you that. He wouldn't know if he was coming or going if it wasn't for Christy. If she's listening, welcome aboard and thanks for all you do. Back to live action.
Sarah Schaefer's got to be listening at home to this one.
Sarah Schaefer, another loyal fan. Sarah is the head of interior maintenance here at Anderson Arena. Does an outstanding job and is one of the best people you will meet. Unless she's in a deer stand still, she's an avid hunter, and hopefully she remembers the voice of the Owls when it comes to handing out deer sausage and sugar cookies around the holidays. Back to live action. The mayor pass inside. Thomas, great play on the inbounds. Got that one up and credit Coach Tata as they lobbed it from the wing from Jenkins to Thomas, and the Owls lead 84-83 with 2:35 to play. Great play off the timeout. This is Martin trying to shake up Bittner. Skips it left wing. Emmerich, low post, Lawson, jump up with the left hand, no good. One-handed rebound by Jenkins. He cradled the ball as he came down. Now the Owls half court. Burgess pass to Thomas, intercepted and saved, but back to Burgess. Here's Thomas, a three. No good. Back iron. Follows his shot, but it's rebounded by Emmerich. Here's Martin looking to push for Graceland. Into the front court. Lawson, a three. No good. Too strong. Rebound fought for. Jenkins dives for it. Timeout. Big time by Pontre. What a play by Jenkins. Loose ball was fought for by Bittner. Play deck. The ball was headed out of bounds on the sideline near the corner. Jenkins dove for it. As soon as he corralled it, he called a timeout while laying on the court just before two Graceland defenders tied him up. So what a play. What a turn of events for the Owls.
1:55 here to play, as you said. Owls up 1. Both teams in the bonus with 7, not in the double bonus. Both teams will shoot 1 and 1 from here on out. As the Owls will come out, will we see some pressure from Graceland here? We don't. The Owls up 1, looking to cruise. This is like playoff atmosphere tonight.
Great point, Craig. Both teams have played exclusive half-court man-to-man. We'll see if there's any gimmick defenses or any full-court pressure as we play the last 1:55.
And there won't be. The Owls will slow it down, try to get 35 and a good shot.
Bittner will inbound versus no pressure to the mayor. He'll walk it up. Dribbles to the left wing. See if Coach Tata dials up another dandy out of timeout. Nut top of the key. Burgess left wing three. Oh, good. It rimmed out. Rebounded by Lilly. Here's Martin in the front court. Step back, picks up his dribble. Emmerich right wing. He dribbles to the top of the key. Guarded by Bittner. He hands to Danner a three. Good. He splashed it home. Wow. A timeout by Graceland.
Wow.
It'll be a full timeout, so give Graceland credit.
86-84.
They ran us down 2. Graceland ran a motion weave. They ran it 2 out of the last 3 trips. Danner, their leading scorer, who gets nearly 17 a game, took a handoff and banged home a 3.
At 21 in the game. Wow.
86-84. Graceland leads 1:28 to play.
Wow. What a game we got here.
We missed the last time out. They're all brought to you by Sir Winston's. They're getting their money's worth tonight in the last 3 minutes. Sir Winston's, South Business 54. Numbers 573-642-7733.
Yeah, that is a good game right here. Like I said, this is playoff atmosphere. And this is the third game of the year, so Anderson Arena is packed tonight. They're handing out T-shirts for the White Dog promotion. It's a whiteout here tonight. White Dog promotion provided the T-shirts.
Craig, William Woods really needs this one because they've played a couple of these games to start the season. They're 0-2, but their record really doesn't reflect how hard they've played. They lost 89 at Missouri Valley, a very good Hack team, and they lost 88-84 at Haskell Indians Nations. Tough place to play. You know, you play these close games, it's nice for confidence if you can win one, so hopefully they can come from behind here and get them a win in the last 128.
I'll set the Owls for you out of the timeout. It's Jenkins, Thomas, Bittner, Burgess, and Nutt.
Jenkins bounce pass top of the key. This is Burgess. Surveys the defense, gets it to Nutt. Down the lane, runner, no good. Off the glass. He had a great look from point blank. Rebounded by Martin. Martin will walk it up as we approach the 1 minute mark. We're at 105. 684, Graceland leads. Spin dribble, Danner. Stripped by Jenkins. He gets it back. Flips it to Martin, left wing. Now Danner. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 15 seconds to shoot. Jenkins trying to deny Danner the ball. He's got a tough task. Great effort from Dontre. Danner has it now. 7 on the shot clock. Dribbles between the circles. Danner, a long three. No good. Back iron. Great defense by the Mayor.
Owls got a shot at it here.
Burgess will 35 seconds to play. They're going to let him play. Don't let the defense set up. I like it. Here's Burgess, left wing, Jenkins. 26 to play. Nutt, pull up 2. No good. Back iron. Rebounded Graceland. Danner, he's fouled by Burgess.
He's got
a bonus. It'll be a 1-and-1 though. Good foul by Burgess as he fouled Danner immediately. As Jonathan Nutt had a great look as he pulled up right at the left elbow. Just a little long with a shot and it was off the back iron. Danner heads to the charity stripe. He's 12-16 coming into this evening for 75%. Owls are in great shape. Even if he hits 1 of 2, it's still a 1-possession game.
Got to miss one.
Like to see him miss the first one. Gives him a chance to tie or take the lead. Let's see if Coach Tada takes a timeout at any point here to ice the shooter.
I'll let him shoot.
May take one after the first one. We'll see. Danner spins it. Free throw on the way. Short, no good. Rebound Thomas. He outlets to Jenkins and a timeout is called. So Coach Tada will take a timeout with 18.8 seconds remaining.
Who are you going to?
We got to see if this is a 30 or a full. Surely it's a full. Yeah, Woods doesn't have any 30s left, so it is a.
Another timeout brought to you by Sir Winston's. We're located on 1205 South Business 54 in Missouri. Call them for catering. Sir Winston's, yes sir.
The great thing about this timeout is you can go with any combination you like here as the head coach. You can also draw up a play. I'm a big fan of getting the first good shot that's available, whether it's a 2 or a 3. I don't like the idea of running the clock down and taking a last shot here, especially at home. I think you get the best shot you can get, run a normal set. You've got plenty of time. Try to get a good look, whether it's a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, 86, 84, 8 seconds. The shot clock will be off. Oh, this should be a good one.
Graceland has played exclusive man-to-man defense, and we assume they'll do the same. If you were ever going to switch to a zone or a zone trap, you would have to have guts like a burglar to do it right now. You see it? This is where I would go to it if I practiced ball. All on their feet.
I'd go to Bittner or Burgess for a 3. I'd go for the win.
Don't ever count out Jonathan Nutt. He's got 1,000 points.
He might sneak around and get him an easy layup too.
They inbound to Jenkins in the backcourt. Gets it to Thomas. Left wing Burgess. 15 seconds to play. Here's Nutt. Left elbow 2. has tied the game at 86 apiece.
He loved that elbow. He went right back to it. Ice in his veins. He wasn't scared at all.
I don't know.
Graceland called a 30-second timeout.
Has his palms up in the air. I don't think he called it. It was called immediately. Let's see. The officials converge at the score table. I never did get a ruling. Somebody called timeout because we stopped play.
86 all.
86 apiece.
It doesn't matter. 86 apiece.
What's the word?
Whose timeout? Oh, clock stopped. Clock did not stop, so they had to reset it.
So there's no timeout for everybody?
Now we're going timeout here.
This is an extended timeout. What a time for a clock malfunction.
86, 9.3 here to go. I bet you they're going to Danner.
From here on out, we'll be guessing at the timeout situation, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, what a game. And you lost money, by the way, partner. You said both teams would have 100.
Very well could. We're still looking at overtime.
Missed shot by Graceland. Buzzer beater by Jenkins right here.
Overtime has saved and destroyed many a man in Las Vegas.
The man in the sand, the over-under. Overtime, especially that college overtime.
Here we go as Graceland will be able to run the baseline if they'd like. Emmert to inbounds. They have to go the length of the court in 9.3. They get it to Martin, their point guard. He'll push it up. He's guarded by Nutt. We have 5 seconds to play. Hands to Danner. They're leading scorer. Nutt with him on a switch. Here's the runner. Good at the buzzer. And Danner hits the runner at the buzzer. Wow. A heartbreaking loss for William Woods as they played their hearts out here at Anderson Arena. Give Graceland credit as they were able to get the ball to their lead scorer. They set a pick for Danner. He dribbled down the lane and got a teardrop runner up and over Jonathan Nutt down at the buzzer as time expired. And Graceland has defeated William Woods 88-86. My hat's off to both teams. A great display of college basketball here at Anderson Arena, but a heartbreaking loss for the Owls. Take it away, partner. Your thoughts and run down some stats.
What a game. 88-86. And Danner chipped it in at the end. He had 23 in the game. Wow. What a game. That's a tough loss. And great fight by the Owls. They're gonna have a good team this year. I can see it. Oh, stay positive. I know they're only 0-3. They still got 27 left, so it's gonna be a good year for the Owls. All right, for Graceland, they shot 48% from the field. They shot 57% from downtown, 50 from the stripe. 44 rebounds, 14 of those on the offensive glass, 14 assists, 3 steals, turned it over 14 times. They committed 16 fouls in the game. They got 18 from their bench, 36 in the paint, and 15 off of turnovers. For William Woods, they got 45% from the field, 39 from downtown, and 73% from the stripe. They had 39 rebounds, 11 on the offensive glass. They had 19 assists, 4 steals, turned it over 13 times, and committed 15 fouls. They got 36 from their bench, 28 in the paint. They got 19 off of turnovers, and the Owls lose a tough one, 88-86. I'll turn it over to my partner. He'll run down some individual stats.
Let's take a look at them. We'll start with